Hi. So tonight, I guess we'll start our new series on violations of the amendments. And instead of focusing on the first, since everybody talks about the first, let's talk about the second most talked about amendment, which is the Second Amendment. And there seems to be some confusion as to whether the Second Amendment says you're allowed to own a gun or not. But no matter, government has decided for you that if anybody who is a law enforcement officer decides without a court hearing that you're a danger, your guns are taken from you, can be taken from you. I'm referring to what are known as the red flag laws, and I'm going to pull up a map briefly and you can see which states have enacted these laws to varying degrees. These laws are such that if you own a gun and prior to your being convicted or even arrested for a crime, if a quote-unquote responsible party considers you to be a threat, your guns can be taken from you without your being arrested or convicted of a crime. Now, California, about a week ago, passed even more draconian set of laws, which added to the list of people who could report a dangerous person. Previously, it was law enforcement and immediate family members. They've added to the list, and now co-workers, employers, and educators are on that list. And I will point you to the saying that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, because I can assure you that this list will only become longer and longer and more extensive. Once you allow the principle to be established that somebody who has no conviction or arrest doesn't have the right to own his weapon anymore, whatever that weapon is, be it a kitchen knife in the UK or a rifle in the US or a stone somewhere else, the fact is, once you concede the principle that without being a criminal, you could use your right to the right, you have no right. This is a dangerous parting of a decision point in history. The US has been a beacon to the world with its amendments and lists of rights for its citizens, some of which were won, by the British themselves in the Magna Carta when they achieved some degree of justice from the king. So these are hard-fought rights. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms, which includes defending yourself. I might also point out, in an amusing, not so amusing point of view, that somebody who's just been released from jail, who's not allowed to have a gun, might be someone most in need of one. In any case, that's besides the point. The issue here is that there is a right to have a gun. We have decided that that criminal who's been released does not have the right to have a gun. But when did we decide that someone who is not a criminal did not have the right to have a gun? I pointed to the map to my left, which I've inadvertently kept on the screen all this time. That is the beginning. The coasts will creep inward if the right does not exist. I urge you to think about what this means. Good luck.